Hey everybody, One Wisdom here right before 3 a.m. Thursday morning, May 22nd, 2014. Having a good time here actually with Grilla Drilla, just monkeying around if you will. Took the base upgrades, obviously top and bottom was our first video. Problem with those, they were pretty impressive. I was really fond of explosive growth and spreading like weeds. That's kind of like his bomb attack on the bottom end. Problem is, top and bottom, I really had no clue what paths to take. Theoretically, I always tell you if I just had one of this character, this is what I would do, this is why. But the caveat to that is I usually have a second. There'd be like the legendary Grilla Drilla, or the dark Grilla Drilla, or the Jade, Nitro, Enchanted, whatever it might be. Grilla Drilla is one of those ones that does not have a second figure. On that note, I don't have a second Grilla Drilla right now, so I debated not doing it because I won't be able to like fully fill out my spreadsheet just yet. But I went ahead, I decided to do it. I was kind of interested in how he would pan out. Up top, I took Monkey Master for the simple fact, if I just had one Grilla Drilla, I feel like drilling punches would be safe and probably hard hitting. Monkey Master is unique to him. It's like Terrafin can burrow, Slam Bam, he's got his ice tricks and prisons and everything. Certain characters have things that are totally unique to them, and I always like to try and capitalize on that if I just have one figure. So Monkey Master doesn't do crazy damage, but it got up to the point where if you multiply it by the 4 monkeys and the 4 seconds, it's actually going to deliver pretty high damage numbers. Again, I based a lot of that on how impressive Sonic Boom and Double Troubles, doubles and kids type paths were. So I think I'll be fine with that. Again, I'm fighting losing my voice for some reason. Nonetheless, that was the strategy there. I felt, again, kind of my other deal was the punch attack. Pretty good base upgrades, and it got hit with the Soul Gem. Now, the Soul Gem on the bottom end is kind of a defensive type thing. It's going to add spikes and push enemies back. That reminds me of Zook. One of my favorite things with him is Floral Defender. Shroom Boom. Granted, in Giants, at least on the Wii, it was totally screwed up. His mushroom shield would blow up anytime you shot your slingshot. They fixed that in Swap Force. I've mentioned it before. I don't know how many people have actually taken the time to revisit him. But with these life element characters, I kind of like their defensive aspects. I've stated many times in these base upgrades in Monkey Master how slow Grilla Drilla is. How do you offset being slow? Well, Monkey Master's got crazy fast monkeys, which is cool. But if you position yourself defensively, say behind some coconut turrets that have the thorns that push enemies back and then have the shrapnel and explosions, that's kind of my stance. I've decided to go defensive full out with him. Hopefully that's how Coconut Caretaker pans out for us. But Banana Blaster, it sounds really cool. I would be inclined to take it. My only problem is I'm thinking, since the coconut one seems to be explosions, I'm wondering if the Banana Blaster isn't going to be way faster shots but way less damage. And then since I haven't seen anything of it in the base upgrades, it's like a total blind shot in the dark. Feel pretty comfortable with the Coconut Caretaker, and I think it ties in well with Monkey Master, so that's what we're going to do. And again, like I said, I always try to tell you if I just had one character, that's what I would do. And in this case, I literally just have one, so it's what I'm going to do. Monkey Master I was pretty happy with. I hope this one turns out the same. Sadly, I won't know if I've made a great decision or a horrible decision until I have Banana Blaster. But bottom line, if we buy this and it does what I think it'll do, I think we'll be okay. So there's a good look at him right now. You can kind of get a good look at his new golden call it, I guess, like drill hands, if you will. So we're coming in here to the bottom end. Alright, Coconut Caretaker. Grow all new coconut turrets that do damage to large groups of enemies. This is, again, kind of what I'm thinking would be nice from a defensive standpoint. Banana Blaster, grow new banana turrets that rapidly fire bananas at enemies. Now, to me, when I think of this, even though it looks wicked cool, I picture more like, okay, I've thrown down these 2 banana turrets, now I'm going to charge headfirst into the enemies and go see what I can do. That's just my take on it. I could be totally wrong. I won't know until I've taken both paths, but what I can do tonight is take Coconut Caretaker, so that is what we will do. I like the warning box. Again, hopefully you're watching my videos, checking the site, oneofwisdom.com. That way, if this is a horrible path, you'll know, and you won't have taken it and had to reset your character or go out and buy another one. So, learn from others' mistakes whenever possible. Or if they do really cool stuff, you can follow by that example too. So, that said, first upgrade, bear in mind I've got the 18 wing sapphire, so full discount here. This is coconuts for $9.60. Turret projectiles now explode, causing damage to enemies in a small area. Alright, so that sounds great. We're gonna pick it up. Alright, let me get back to my handy little spreadsheet here. Where we left off, you could have 2 coconut turrets at once. That was our nature's bounty. And then planted turret, the primary, secondary, whatever you want to call it, A button, attack 2, 12 to 18 damage, 10 shots. So now we should be doing something differently. We're just going to quickly tap A. 14. That's said. So 14 would be 21. You actually got to see one. So this is coconuts. 14 to 21. 10 shots. Kind of a bummer. I wonder if I plant one here, if we could get it to blow up. Shoot something, sir? Anytime now. To me, that's not blowing up. That's just like hitting them. Doesn't look to have changed these aiming. Let's just double check. There you go. Yeah, I still got the 3, so. Turret projectiles now explode. To me, that is not exploding, is the problem I've got. I mean, that's like just hitting them, and it's barely doing more damage. So, ordinarily, I'd like to go into an arena challenge. I don't know that I will. I had somebody on the Popthorn video actually come in and like tell me what the damage would do if he like puffs and reflects or whichever that one was. So, if anybody at home knows, feel free to leave that comment. I'll try to get you credited. We'll see what happens. But back to the bottom. Final upgrade down this path, because there's only 2 down this path with the swappers. Coconut Mayhem, $12.80 is the price. Coconuts do increased damage. Go nuts for the new and improved Coconut Blaster. So we'll pick that up and then we'll come back in and get the soul. Oh, man. So hopefully this is like a significant jump in damage, because otherwise I'm kind of going to be disappointed. 18, so that should be a 27 on the critical side. 7. Wait, let me count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we're only getting 18 to 27. 7 shots. I'm not so sure that this is coconuts didn't just have 7 shots, because I thought the one expired fast. I'm going to actually put that. Now, Nature's Bounty may have been where that decreased it from 10 each, which would have been 20, to 7 each, which would be 14. Not quite sure. However, that is not doing anywhere near the damage I had hoped it would. That's kind of the damage numbers, like 18 to 27. I was thinking fully maxed out the banana turret might do that, but I don't know. Hopefully the soul gem does something really cool. So, adaptive nature, all plants gain thorns that damage and push back enemies that step on them. Don't know that I can showcase this here unless the sheep trigger it, which that will give us a damage number. But we may be headed to super hungry gobble pods. Promise I won't make you go through the entire thing. I'll just kind of like showcase its bottom end stuff we don't know of, and then in the video I'll finish it up solo. So, there's a plant. There's. I really can't see the thorns. Now, what's up with that? Were the thorns doing 18? Or was it just shooting faster? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I'm thinking that the thorns must do 18 damage. That said, we're going to venture off as much as I don't want to. We're going to go to Super Hungry Gobble Pods and try to get... Now, the saving grace here will be on, this is coconuts, if like the explosion just simply wasn't showcased here in the training grounds for some reason. Maybe it like has to be a hit on a tough enemy that doesn't die and then it explodes and there's going to be like the aerial damage or something. That could really change this feel of this path. If that doesn't exist and it's just what it was at Woodboro, this path is probably going to be labeled a disappointment by me.
Stage 1.
Alright, so again, I'm not worried about anything aside from showcasing what this stuff does. So, planting a turret, 18. Note that he does, I mean, he'll just like go at whatever enemy is there, which is kind of cool. The thorns seem to be 18. They don't seem very active. Let me just try and watch the thorns. It's kind of funny because like I'm not doing anything. I'm just letting the turret do all of it. I am not seeing an explosion, sadly. Okay, so even that, our bombs, which I like so well, it even has the thorns, which is pretty cool. But let's have some, I guess, monkey fun. We'll just go ahead and showcase everything we have here. I mean, really, you don't have to do much of anything. I know Zulu's kind of a hands-off person.
Level up. Power boost.
Oh, well, Gobble Pod, I didn't even know that thing was free. You can hear the countdown now. I'm gonna try to kill him with the bombs for you.
Bonus stage.
Anyway, I don't quite understand. It says clearly states turret projectiles now explode, causing damages to enemies in a small area. I'm not seeing it. I mean, maybe it's happening, but we had Chompy side by side, and it was like taking each one out one shot at a time, and that would be a one-hit KO against a Chompy, so I don't know. Adaptive nature, the Soul Gem, I guess I'm going to put 18 to 27 on it, because we see 18 all the time. 18 to 27, slow reacting. I thought they'd be like super aggressive, like Zook's Cactus or Camo's Melons or something, and that was just kind of like a casual little. Every once in a while, I'd see an 18 that wasn't attributed to the turret gun or something. So that's not a horrible path, and you can have the two active. It's number one, it's not what I thought it was. And number two, I would imagine that Banana Blaster would have to be better, noticeably better at that. Could be wrong, we don't know until I get to take it, but 10 tentatively, that's what I know, and I would probably suggest you try Banana Blaster. But this one's not horrible, it's just not quite what I had hoped it would be. And again, a lot of times when you kind of think you know what it's going to be, and then it isn't, and on top of that it disappoints you, you kind of develop a sour feel for it. But Monkey Master, I really can't say anything bad about it. Catches, I don't know how good or bad drilling punches would be, but Coconut Caretaker looked really cool. It's just it didn't quite do what I thought it would, so kind of on the fence with it. That said, I mean, it's pretty efficient, and the greatest asset though, as you can see in this arena challenge, the turrets will actually, you could plant it facing a chompy, and then it can spin its head 360 degrees, and its next 5 shots could be at different angles, and that's kind of a cool aspect of it. But that's Grilla Drilla fully maxed out now. Again, as soon as I get a second Grilla Drilla, I'll come in here, we'll do drilling punches and Banana Blaster, see how those two stack up. I'll get the spreadsheet updated. Again, if you take that link at the top of the video description box, you'll be taken to a post dedicated solely to Grilla Drilla. You'll see his damage numbers on the spreadsheet. You'll see the base upgrade video, 4 videos, one for each of his 4 paths, and it should ultimately help you make the best decision on how to upgrade your Grilla Drilla to suit your playstyle, or simply confirm you took the best path, or confirm that you want to reset, take a different one, or best case scenario, you love it so much and love the other path that you feel the need to go out and buy a second character. So that said, as always, thanks for watching. I am pretty dadgum tired. 99% of me wants to stay awake and do Stink Bomb. Maybe at least his base upgrades. Thing with Stink Bomb, I've got 2 of him, so we're home free. I don't have to stress out or worry about the pass. I may actually record his base upgrades. I'm just kind of curious about that, and then I'll probably fall asleep really fast tonight. So stay tuned for that. Again, kind of working in the life element characters here. After Stink Bomb, we're going to drop back. It'll be Bumble Blast and Zulu. Again, those guys 3 and 2 figures respectively, no worries there. So again, thanks for watching, and I will catch you back here as we take a look eventually at the other 2 paths for Grilla Drilla, but for the immediate meantime, progress on to Stink Bomb's base upgrades.